What's up, fellas? Today we're going to be looking at two new killers and their abilities that are going to be coming to Forsaken. So I hope you guys are just excited as I am because this video took me a long time to make. So hope you enjoyed. And Guest Six, Guest 666 will be the sixth killer added to Forsaken. He's planned to release within a couple months, but this is subject to change. So don't take it seriously. Also, this is his intro. Pretty nice. Let's talk about his abilities. Let's talk about his M1 first. And so his M1 is going to deal 32 damage, which two time mains be prepared. um, there's not really much else to say about his M1. It's just a regular based M1. So yeah. His first ability is Leap, which from the looks of it on the wiki, it it's kind of sounding like the Void Rush ability for Noli. Like if a player comes in contact with it, it deals a certain amount of damage. We don't know how much damage, and it's not really much to say about the leap ability because he's not a confirmed killer yet. Well, he is a confirmed killer. He's just not in the game yet. So his leap ability isn't very known. So yeah, let's go to the next ability. His next ability, Hemorrhage. We know this ability is related to pools. Presumably pools of blood due to it being called hemorrhage. Who came up with this stuff? This is awesome. Which means an escape of blood from a corrupted blood vessel. I think that's how you pronounce it. Listen, if I don't know how to pronounce things in this is ripped straight from the wiki. I have no idea. This ability grants hemorrhage and it decreases the maximum HP of a survivor. Dude, what? This next ability has like probably the coolest name out of any ability in the game. Hey, that rhymed. It's called Blood Hunt. This ability consumes a token of stats. A Blood Hunt as started in Guest 66 passive, which we'll get to Guest 666 passive in a bit. Which I should have explained first because the last ability has something to do with the passive as well. So, yeah, we'll get to it when the ability is over. And Guest 666 is given a trail of where the survivor with the least amount of health has, as well as blindness 3 and a red screen. It's basically unstable eye. That's basically how I would put it. All survivors except for the target are invisible. Dude, whoever created this is an evil mastermind. The footsteps of running survivors linger the pools left from the hemorrhage are noticeably brighter in color while Get 666 following a trail. They gain speed through. Dude, it's literally just unstable lie. You can't say it isn't. It is literally an unstable lie. It is a 1-to-1 replica of unstable lie. And enhance their powers. Currently have absolutely no idea what this does, and neither does developers. So the effects of the trail still lingers for 3 seconds after exiting blood. Does unstable lie last for 3 seconds? If it does, this is literally just unstable lie. Hunt blood hunts last for 20 seconds and are extended by 5 seconds when Guest 666 hits a survivor. If all survivors have the same health, nothing happens. The token is still spent. Wow, that was a lot of talking. For each time a survivor is killed, He gains a token casting ability 3. He consumes a token starting a blood hunt. Yeah, this is what his walking animation looks like. This is what his running animation looks like. This is his PNG. This is what he's gonna look like. This is how he sounds with his leap ability. This is his lore. I already know a lot about it, so you can just pause and read it. Wow, that was a lot of talking. Next killer! Alright, so the next killer is Azure, which I think is the most popular upcoming killer in the game. So let's get started with his passive. He has two passives, one being to weep. Azure's stun time gets decreased by 25%, and he gains strength 1 for 5 seconds. Loses oblation though. Dude, what? His next passive is oblation. Azure gets oblation similar to 2-time. The gauge fills up when specific required are met by either dealing 50 damage or keeping survivors in chase for 20 seconds passively, gaining 1 oblation every 30 seconds for every 2 injured survivors, or when a bulb blooms. So those were his passives. Let's go on to his abilities now. His first ability is called To Sow. Never mind, it's not an ability. I messed up an ability by a slash. The slash does 22 damage. Yeah, that's basically it. This is his first ability. It's called To Bloom, like we said in the passive. Azure places a bulb on a surface. Once the bulb blooms, a tentacle will split out and attack a survivor if they sprint near it. It's kind of like Boardman Sentry. Or stay in the area for more than 10 seconds. The shares will deal 20 damage and applies at or at or at it it I think it's a new effect. I think it's a new effect. I think that's what's gonna happen. And reveals the survivor's aura for 5 seconds. Sounds like another unstable eye problem, but hopefully it doesn't get to that. Just hopefully. Snares go to hibernation period for 5 seconds where it can move 10 studs towards the closest survivor. Sounds kinda, a little bit like a rejuvenative rotten, but yeah, we'll just leave it like that. We'll just leave it like that. Using a point of oblation on a tentacle increases the damage to 25 and applies weakness 1, as well as increasing the range of attacks. Survivors can enter the QTA, which removes the bulb. Shares are harder to get rid of, but give the survivor 5 HP. Whoa. This next ability is called To Blossom. We have a following theme here. Azure targets an area in an 80 stud radius from him. He launches himself upwards and forwards towards that area, landing with no survivor in 5 studs performs a slam. Kinda like the Void Rush, but we're not gonna talk about that. This deals 5 to 10 damage depending on the distance, and it applies this weird, strange, new effect going around with Azure. To all survivors in 15 studs. Spherical Azure gains slowness 1 for 3 seconds landing, and within 5 studs will the survivor grabs them and applies the weird um effect stat 3 and throws them for 40 damage. Azure gains slowness 2 for 5 seconds, increases cooldown for the attack. The weird new effect can stack increases the grab's radius. Azure can choose to cancel the ability mid-air using the oblation charge. He gains strength 1 for 10 seconds. His final ability, to wilt. Why do all of these things have 2 at the beginning of it? Anyway, Azure uses all of his oblation charges to who cause all snakes in the area to whip around widely survivors are hit and take 25 damage plus the strange effect. That's the last time we'll be talking about that strange effect in Azure. Survivors who are in an injured state are grabbed by the snares, held up for 5 seconds, and causes a QTE. Failing the QTE causes the snares to throw the survivors towards Azure. All survivors have their aura revealed to Azure. And to top it all off, Azure receives strength 1. Dude, Azure's gonna sound like he's gonna be O to the P. This is what his walking animation looks like. This is what his running animation looks like. This is what his kill animation with a victim looks like. This is what Azure looks like when using the wit ability. This is what Azure looks like when he's using his kill animation regularly. This is what he looks like when using his M1. And finally, this is what Azure looks like when starting his Blossom. So that was everything about how to Azure and Guest 666. I hope you guys are excited for those 2 kills because I sure am. Um, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it and see y'all next time.